As the first light of dawn illuminates the golden waters of the Nile, servants in the great pharaoh's private chamber begin to move slowly. The thick curtains of the bedroom do not allow the first rays of the sun to seep in, but the room is gently filled with a light fragrance to ensure the pharaoh awakens smoothly. These special aromatic oils and incense help the pharaoh wake up refreshed and rejuvenated. A pharaoh's awakening is vastly different from that of an ordinary person. As soon as he wakes, the servants present him with a bathtub filled with warm water, prepared in every detail. This is necessary for the cleansing and purification of his body. The water, prepared with aromatic oils and special blends, softens the pharaoh's skin and prepares him for a new day. After the cleansing rituals are complete, the pharaoh sits at a large and splendid breakfast table. This table is laden with fresh bread, honey, figs, dates, and various fruits like pomegranates. Alongside these are goat cheese and fresh dairy products. The most special part of breakfast is the pharaoh's favorite drink, fruit juice sweetened with honey. During breakfast, the pharaoh prepares himself both physically and spiritually for the day ahead. Following breakfast, the pharaoh focuses on state affairs. In the grand hall of the palace, he meets with his advisors and generals. News from all over the country is presented to the pharaoh. Military strategies are determined, economic plans are made, and the needs of the people are reviewed. The pharaoh oversees everything in meticulous detail and issues his orders as necessary. One of the most important parts of the pharaoh's daily routines is the religious rituals. Leaving the palace, the pharaoh heads towards the great temple. At the entrance of the temple, priests and priestesses greet him. In the temple, prayers are offered and offerings are made to the gods. As the earthly representative of the gods, the pharaoh performs these rituals with great seriousness. He gives thanks to the god Ra for the sun's journey across the sky and prays for the well-being of his people. After the rituals, the pharaoh returns to the palace for lunch, sitting at another large and grand table. This meal includes various dishes made from lamb, beef, fish, and poultry. The dishes are flavored with spices and herbs to suit the pharaoh's palate. The table also features vegetables, fresh bread, and beer. During lunch, the pharaoh sometimes spends time with his family, listening to them. For the pharaoh, physical health is as important as spiritual health. After lunch, the pharaoh engages in various physical activities. Horse riding, archery, and hunting are his favorite sports. In the vast hunting grounds outside the palace, the pharaoh showcases his skills as a strong and brave hunter. Hunting lions and other wild animals is a perfect opportunity for the pharaoh to demonstrate his strength and courage. Returning from the hunt, the pharaoh spends time relaxing in the palace's private lounges. In these lounges, musicians and dancers put on special performances for the pharaoh. Music and dance help the pharaoh relax both spiritually and mentally. During these entertainments, the pharaoh sometimes chats with his advisors and family, evaluating the events of the day. In the late afternoon, the pharaoh usually gathers with his family and close advisors. During this time, the pharaoh both rests and engages in activities related to his personal interests. Walks in the palace gardens allow the pharaoh to connect with nature and relax. These moments spent with family help the pharaoh maintain balance as both a leader and a family man. Among the final rituals of the day is dinner. Dinner, similar to lunch, consists of rich and varied dishes. After the meal, the pharaoh returns to the temple to participate in evening rituals. During the sunset, prayers are offered to the god Ra, and his loyalty is reaffirmed. These rituals strengthen the pharaoh's connection with the gods and set an example for his people. At night, the pharaoh rests in his private chamber. Before sleep, he receives massages with special oils and ointments from the servants. These massages help the pharaoh shed the day's fatigue and relax. Throughout the night, the pharaoh's peace and security are ensured and guarded by the palace guards. A day in the life of an Egyptian pharaoh is filled with rituals, state affairs, physical activities, and religious beliefs, following a highly intensive and disciplined schedule. The pharaoh's life enables him to fulfill his duties both as a leader and a god. These daily routines continuously reinforce the pharaoh's dedication to his people and his connection with the gods. The pharaoh's life is a series of rituals reflecting the power and splendor of Egyptian civilization, and this life strengthens the belief that the pharaoh will be deified after his death.